Well, okay, you don't come back. Good morning, or good afternoon. This is now Dr. Mankota, and you are watching the TPN TV. Today, I decide for do an early broadcast because the time when we the broadcast, when at the normal broadcasting time, I not go there, and I not just want for left people them without any kind of information that make at the can today for can do the broadcast. Um, so this broadcast will only take about 1 hour, maybe the most 1 hour, 15 to 30 minutes. That's all. Then we go log off. But I want for make I give you a little bit of information we all probably don't know, and I just want for make we go ahead and also and try for discuss some of these topics we can talk about today. The first topic get for do with the the PR system, the proportional representation system. Remember, this now very kind of now becoming a toxic discussion now we political spectrum because it seems like there are so many legal maneuvering they go on. Whether first of all the the proportional representation is something that is constitutional or not. Um, I don't know. Me not a legal scholar, and I'm not trying to pretend as a legal scholar, but I think we go able for decipher within the situation. Um, the way. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me just adjust me. Yeah, the way constitutions are written, and because of the level of education, um, there are certain clauses within a particular constitution. For example, we're talking about the Constitution of Sierra Leone, where you don't necessarily have to be a lawyer for make you able to understand the simple English. I'm not talking about the technical part of it, but the simple English for make you understand within a particular clause they try for tell you. And besides, constitutions are written to be understood by the the ordinary citizens where that particular constitution affects. So yes, indeed, when it comes to technicalities, we are definitely going to leave that to the um the legal minded people. But when it comes to the common understanding, the simple English language, since we own official language is English, I don't think you have to be a constitutional scholar to understand it. And this na it make people like Sylvia Blyden, um, a non legally minded person, is able to challenge even the deceptive legally minded people and wins. And sometimes he even try for control the narrative of certain legal issues. This is very, very interesting, right? The reason why this is interesting is the fact that we own myth or norm is that when it comes to legal issue, you leave that to the legally minded people, and therefore these are the people who go able to tell you whether certain clauses are black or white. I'm talking about the interpretations. Okay, so but the educational level now don't change during the internet. The way we get this particular perception, the educational level is way too low, right? But now almost everybody is educated. one way or the other and can actually able to interpret a simple statement, simple sentence, right? So now we don't hear so many arguments about the PR system. First of all, if you now remember about 2 weeks ago, I think so, I bring one particular lawyer we been can talk to we about this particular topic. And one of the argument we he put on is um, it is a violation for the president to direct the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone for make them do things based on that direction. Well, we know we don't know. A lot of we don't know whether it was true or not. And we go with that particular argument, right? Then we also hear it from another lawyer from William Party, the APC, we na in at the head of APC in the parliament, when Chenoma Juba, who they call Cherry Coco, also come up with other argument on this constitutionality of this PR system. According to Cherry Coco in your statement, Cherry Coco say um, the proportional representation system is meant for specific reason and it has a precedence. All right. Well, these are the arguments where some of we want for hearing. People win academicians because you always like to learn from other people. Now then you don't feel because law is not our own field. We specialize on a different field. So as an academician, you always eager for make you able learn from the other side, right? Now, there are also other people we talk about the legalities of this, but I think the main crux of the matter here is the argument is based on two things. Based on the argument, the one we weigh the against. Well, not me necessarily. I'm talking about our own party, the APC party, and the NGC and other political parties where they against this PR system is the fact that the the ECSL should not take any directive from anybody. You know, when I sit down at this chair as a host, even though sometimes it's very difficult for me, you distinguish between your affiliation and your profession, well, you have to try. You have to do your level best for make you able to distinguish that. After I get up from this chair, then I can go to my own affiliation and try for do things. But sitting in this chair makes me somebody we get for fish out the truth and tell me viewers them because our my viewers deserve the truth no matter whether it hurts me or it hurts my viewers because the culture we don't build in this um in this platform is that of credibility and sincerity. Now, it make for the past 12 years, we've been doing this every single Saturday for the past 12 years. Now, remember, we started from being just a radio station. It's not a TV station, a radio station. So now where we are. And in the course of these 12 years, we've seen people then come, then they imitate we, but they know they go far. In some of them, it take them how many years, they fall out. This is because the motive, waiting at the motive behind what you did do is the most important thing. If your motive is to promote certain things in the expense of others, you know they go far. Now that make you they see some people then they come. I they give us one example when we started this program. Certain people we also try to do that. People like Mamba TV. When I remember Mamba TV, right? Mamba TV was the closest competitor to the TPN. And because at the time when Mamba TV come up, they also attract a lot of viewers, right? So these two were actually the two most competitive platforms then at that time. But why Mamba TV not able for persevere? Well, I don't know. But it became clear to me that Mamba TV get a specific political ob- how do you call them motive. Okay, and political motive na something we not durable. Na something we na seasonal thing. When the season is done, there is no longer a need for certain things we be don't do during the season time. No, right? So it fall out. There were others we come up later, they all fall out again. And there are still others where now the new ones and then they come up. I just wish for make we now broadcasters for make we able learn saying if you are not actually just trying to promote a political party, a specific political party, you were able to survive. And with such responsibility, you go try your level best for make you know show this kind of biasness too much. So I know say I dey deviate a little bit, but I'm trying to create the foundation why the TPN has been what it is today and why it still continue to be one of the most popular platform online is because we revere this general um, motive behind what we they do. Okay, so now coming back to the proportional representation, after I interview with last guest, I go in and try for digging because that's how you learn, right? You get things from somebody, You go in and verify, right? That's how somebody we really ready for land, they do. Not just listen and believe. Go in and verify what you're hearing. That's going able to help you. All right. So I go in and one of the things we find out now that the Constitution is yes, indeed, there is a clause in the Constitution we talk about the proportional representation. Okay, and it is so vague that anybody can interpret and the way he wants for interpret for satisfy himself. But there is no doubt the professional representation is in the Constitution of the 1991. That's one thing. The second thing we I also find out is the amendment of I think 2001. I think 2001 or 2002. Yeah, 2002 or something. I realized that yes, NEC at the time, the National Electoral Commission, we now with then changed to ECSL. They do things in consultation with the president. That's a fact. It's right there in the Constitution. It's there. It is in black and white. So when I hear it, people then say, well, the president don't violate the Constitution because why if we direct the ECSL for do things, the ECSL should be independent. I bought that too because that was the thing where a lot of we believe in. The ECSL should be an independent body. We're not supposed to take any directive from anybody in the execution of their own duties. That's how it's supposed to be, right? Well, that is how it's supposed to be. But the reality is, the ECSL also function on rules, guidance, legislations. And it happened for BC, those legislations were created by Parliament. Yeah. So maybe there should be some kind of an amendment after this. Because as a young democracy, we are learning. We are like students of democracy, right? We dey learn from things we they affect we every day. That's how human beings supposed to be. Human beings learn every single day. So this is a learning process where we dey pa, and hopefully we go able to put we emotions aside because one of the things where they they affect we cognitive uh behavior is these emotions where they put ahead of certain things. Anytime when you become emotional, your mental faculty, your mental decision making becomes blur. This is a fact. Now that make me when something happen, one of the things we I always they do, I they try for suppress me emotions, especially something way very, very important. I dey suppress my emotions. If I become so emotional, I dey postpone any kind of decision making until I cool down. To be honest, this has been scientifically proven. When somebody become emotional, most of the time they make the wrong decision. Most of the time they say the wrong things. It's a scientific proven thing now. Okay. So one, the proportional representation then at the constitution, that's correct. Two, the amendments talk about the ECSL for implements in functions with the directives of the president. Well, them being them being create this during the time of the SLPP, right? Government of Tijan Kaba. Today, it could have been the APC that is in power. I bet you, with me life, if now we been in power today, we dey defend this. And rightfully, we have the right to defend it. You know, politics is a social science. We all know that. Politics is a social science. And sociology is unpredictable because this is a phenomenon that deals with human being. Mortal man is always unpredictable. This Dr. Mankota, wey dey sit down dey talk to you today, so a lot of people may have known me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But today, they may have seen a different Sparrow, Dr. Mankota. Why? We grow up. We evolve. Evolution na a very good thing. You know, they just be stagnated. No, that's not progress. Progress is something that keeps evolving. So sociology is something that is very, very difficult to predict. Okay? So yes, indeed, we are in a very, very, very difficult position today. I could have preferred, and now I prefer for me to get away with proportional representation. If it left with me, that's my preference. No proportional representation because the country is not yet matured for that. Proportional representation supposed to be meant for a country where don't mature, where don't pass a stage wherein this individualism, this regionalism, this tribalism is no longer a major factor in our lives. And this arrogance. These are some of the things where when a society don't achieve beyond that, then proportional representation is very, very good. It's good. Now that make, if you remember months back, when this proportional representation issue come up, we discussed that here in details, right? I even bring in certain presentations for tell you what are the advantages and disadvantages. And I give una wetin na my opinion why I not favor that. I not favor that simply because not to foresee, not to a good or a necessary part of a functioning democracy. But we don't mature it with democracy, not mature it for that. The people, they don't mature it for that. Imagine the time when the APC party been get this selection clause now in 1995 constitution. What will happen? Few people abuse that. They abuse them very, very, very seriously. Where cause the APC party who side with it today so. The ego, the greed, the selfish are still embedded into we own DNA until we start for remove them particles then they now we system. Anything where you they give a particular individual the advantage for make it decide, it becomes problematic. And the proportional representation take the power from the people and hand it over to the party. Now that make them call it a block system. A block system is when I just make a list of people there, now a particular constituency or particular district, where they say, okay, if na 10 district, we now pick 10 people. This now the party they pick 10 people. Not all the individual constituencies, now then they elect then 10 people then they at the party. So when I look at that, I say, okay, what are the differences between that and the selection process where we just don't fight very hard for make we remove from the constitution? I hope now they understand what are they try for talk. It is serious. So me on argument against the PR system is not based on just political gerrymandering or political bickering. It is based on reality, the fact that I don't want for make again we take the power from the people and give it to the party. I don't want that. Because guess what? If you go pick 10 people, the people them that then get for votes, I understand that. And that make I really want for let una give una your own opinion at the comment section. But if we can present, we make this list, we send them. Then the percentage you will get now after the election will begin say, okay, you now you they go represent this constituency. Sometimes that person you know even get interest over that constituency. You know, they feel the needs of the people. But we take and we go impose on the people. That is the disadvantage of the PR system in a impoverished nation like Sierra Leone. You see, that is my opposition to this system at this time. I'm not saying the PR system is not good, but you know, the PR system was meant for a specific level of maturity, a matured nation. Not to some a nation where you see the individuals are ready to sell their own integrity, even their own country, for their own individual interests. So I wish the PR system is put aside at this particular time. But if anybody tell you, say, you know, they're not the constitution, that person is being deceptive. Is yeah, not the constitution. And if anybody tell you, say, based on what I read, for say the president not supposed for direct the ECSL commissioner That also is a little bit deceptive. It's unfortunate, to be honest with you. I know one from my mother begin to play with the people's how they call them, the people their system. But that's the rules. We created that. It might be something that was intended for a beneficial purpose. But remember, sometimes we politicians then get this idea for gerrymandering certain rules. The rules the way favor them, now then they implement. The other rules the way they against them, then they discard that. They don't care much about those rules. This is this is this is the kind of um, functioning system that we have in Sierra Leone. But I know once for make we continue for mislead people. Them. I don't like that. I don't like that because a lot of people that then depend on people like we so for tell them the truth, irrespective of whether it hurts me. Yes, this PR system I've been not talk about this so many times, so I don't want for even deal the details of that. But definitely, I know say the PR system disadvantage the APC party at this time. I go tell you for free if this district block system been there against the SLPP, the president not for be allow that for go on. Enough for be order the the ECSL commissioner for make he implement that. But yes, he go tell me say, ah, because the census were not able for tabulate everything, we're not able for demarcate the constituencies, all those type of things. So that make we dey do this because now so the systems say it's kind of um a straw man argument. Okay. Yes, the constitution says so, but we also have constituencies, right? We have constituencies. So Usai sincerity day, why we not they use the previous constituencies? Yeah, the argument where the ECSL bring in, okay, well, the previous constituencies get about 53,000 per constituency, and now we have a population about 57,000 per constituency. Well, we're able to absorb those 4,000 into those current constituencies if we really want to do that. What's wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But because the PR system favors the SLPP, why? Because the SLPP probably don't probe into the math. Now, we know for sure, based on data, for sure, for saying the SLPP, if they really put more money in this coming election than campaign, then they bring at least 30 to 35% now the APC stronghold. 30 to 35%. Hmm. Well, if you bring 30 to 35% in a country where the voting pattern is equally divided into 50-50, that is really, really, really a huge benefit for you. Yeah. If the SLPP able to bring 35% of the vote, which is based on the previous or the recent election data, The average is about 35%. Okay. Let's say, well, when you look at the data, would they bring the APC? They bring like them 15, 10%. The most way would they bring now the SLP stronghold about 20%, and that is very, very even difficult. The average is about 11 to 12%. Now we been they bring that the SLPP stronghold. That's the average. So when you compare, let me for the sake of argument, let me give yourself 15% to 35%. This means the SLPP are winning. If that this is the case, this is why the president is ordering the ECSL for go with this system because it benefits him and the Union Party. And I know say a lot of intelligent APC folks know about this. We know about this. So this is the situation where we found ourselves, and I don't know. I don't know. It's very difficult, and sometimes truth is very difficult. But say it, okay? Now I think I get let me look at the comments. I think I get a couple comments. All right. Well, we just get a few hello comments. We'll get Idris Toure say hello TPN. Hello Idris. And all the comments are coming from Facebook. I don't see no comments from YouTube yet. Delwyn Thomas watching from Northern Ireland. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Good evening. And we get Alhaji Musa Kuruma watching from Sierra Leone. Oh, well, that's wonderful. Hey, how is the electricity in our salon? Yeah, tell me, Alhaji Musa Kuruma, because I know say I've been to get some um reports say electricity don't begin go back into intermittent uh way. No, it come and it they go for some time, it come back, all those type of things don't begin happening again. I remember the SLPP just about a couple months ago say now we get 24 hours lights in a free town. And I tell them say that's not 24 hours. You say you get temporary electricity, energy, that's alone. So I think I was right. All right, Peter Dauda. In order to ensure fairness in the system, we need to go back to the pre 2015 constituency boundaries. Okay, you brought up a very good point. Um, why, Peter? Please. We want for make you give me why you think say we get for go to pre 2015 constituencies. How many constituency pre 2015? How many? I think it was less than 100, a hundred constituency, right? I think so. Less than that. And now we have 130 something or so. So how you go able to justify that? And that also negate the fact that now we get two new districts pre 2015. So give me an idea why you say so, because I want to learn from you too. You know. That's something where I want for land too. Well, um, I don't think say a very good idea for make we go to pre 2015. We can go pre 2022 when a very close to to Usai we did today. So because to be honest with you, the difference is not too much. According to the ECSL, about 4,000, give and take 4,000. Because if you're looking at 53,000 per constituency pre 2022, and now they are expecting to be 57,000, it's about 4,000, right? So I don't think say I don't think say it warrants for make we go so. Okay? I don't think that. But let we stay let we stay in this discussion. Um Continue for put your comments because if you not be part of the discussion, then I not able learn from una. And the last thing what I need is for make I just can be a dictator. I mean they can dictate the I mean they can dictate the discussion. No, this is not how it's supposed to be. Now I want for switch a little bit to another topic. Before I do that, let me do something here. Let me just do quick presentation or sharing, as we call them. So the junta president of Guinea, Bindina Saloon, I think was yesterday or so. But it is not the visit that a lot of people been they talk about. It was more of the kind of military equipment Mamadi Dumbuya Kerguna Salon na in don't generate um, a lot of discussion within the Sierra Leonean community around the world. Now, now we now we try for play some of the videos. Then we try this 30-second. Okay, some of the videos we get on social media. Okay, I will try for present that if possible. Hold on. Let me just get some of these videos. Let me go back. All right, so I don't know if I will able to get a better. I don't think so. I will able to get a better video here. We actually, I know I'm for push. I think this could be, yeah, okay. I think this is better. Sorry. All right, let me present this to now. Let we take a look. A lot of them probably don't see this. So let me just. This is the convoy of the junta leader Nagini. Maybe they go na salon for go visit. We go talk about the visit itself, but I just want for make we see the convoy.
Oh, the fish will get warm. Oh, so not fish get.
So they go with armored vehicle, this pickup truck, mount with the mount big guns, anti-aircraft guns, and all those type of weaponry in Sierra Leone. The question we a lot of Sierra Leoneans the answer is why did we allow this amount of weapon in our own country? Why? So when I go able to help me for answer them kind of question, I mean, I don't know why you for allow that. Anyway, but I don't think say this is even warranted. I don't think that it's not warranted actually. I know it's some kind of a junta regime. So, but why with all these weapons, with all these military weapons? When I dey see them, can't I dey remember during the time of the NPRC, right? It's just too interesting.
Can get opportunity for Sabi Salon today. Some of them.
Hmm. All right. So
Means open borders.
let me
and
just
more crime.
stop this thing and let's discuss this. Okay. So that's actually
Holy
is.
cow, that's cold. But I'm
Let
not.
me just
Hey, it's survival expert Adam with Patriot Wholesale Club. It's
okay. Sorry about the commercial. Why these weapons? Now the question we I want for now we discuss is why first of all the junta leader for Gona Salon. Why? Remember, Guinea is our brothers, our neighbors too. Guinea, Liberia, right? Now we neighbor them. We can forget good relationships, right? No matter what is the circumstance, we can forget good relationship. But why Mama did for Gona Salon at this crucial moment? Especially when ECOWAS just put sanction on the junta regime for extending and handing over to a civilian rule. What I understand is Mamadi Doumbouya extend and stay in power beyond the 2 years. So the ECOWAS actually put sanction on him. So waiting at the try for learn from this visit is it's a kind of a bilateral relationship where Mamadi want for bill with enables them. I don't know if you get for gonna Liberia because Liberia is also a neighboring country of Guinea. All right. So waiting at the implication for Sierra Leone. If indeed we try for um, bypass ECOWAS and build this bilateral relationship with neighbors. What's are the implication? Put your opinion on the comment section of the comments. But now let me go back to the comments section. All right. So Peter Dowda being well, let me start with the first one we will be discussed. Peter Dowda says in order to ensure fairness in the system, we need to go back to the pre 2015 constituency boundaries. And I ask him why. Then this is his answer. He said because the 2015 census figure were not only defective, but it culminates in a boundary delimitation exercise for the northern province only. How fair was that? Oh, yeah. Mm. Okay. Well, how fair was that? I don't know. Fairness now something we very, very subjective in nature, right? Now that make some of them subjectivity I will be a little bit vague in trying to explain them. What you think for saying a fairness to you might not be fairness to a person. Let me give you an example. To us, it is fair to kill an animal because what? We dey eat them for survival, not so. But is it fair to the animal? No, it's not fair. You understand what I trying to talk about, right? So that's just a general um way of trying to give an example of subjectivity when it comes to fairness. Now, when we talk about the the 2015 census to be defective, this is something that later propounded by the SLPP. When the census was going on, the SLPP were part of the exercise. Okay? And they just give a historical perspective of this defective census we will talk about. When the census was going on, the SLPP, then in the opposition, been participate fully at the census, and there was no problem at all. We saw the problem, Candy, now when after the tabulation of the census numbers, can realizing, well, it seems the north gets more population than the south or east of the country. That's now the start. And the SLPP can realizing, well, the north is about to add two more districts into their own stronghold, which is a tremendous advantage to the APC party when it comes to parliamentary and this local council elections. All right. This was where the defective argument come from. It was not originally like what happened in 2021-22 census, wherein from the beginning the APC party been there against them, they not participate at all on the census. You see the differences now, Mr. Peter Dawda. So if that census not for being generate two districts and couple constituencies, or that same census was able to generate other districts or constituencies in the southeast, enough for being hearing this argument at all. For say the census was defective. It's a political argument. To be honest with you, it's not based on data. Well, was there any problem with the census? Of course, any census get problem because not everybody didn't count, right? Census is kind of a snapshot of the total population of a country. So everybody need a count, but you able get enough sample way go able for give you the opportunity for make you allocate resources in a more fair way. But it's not 100% um, accurate. Even here in the United States, there are people during the time of the census where a lot of them they're not even count them. They see a single um, enumerator for camp for back then make a can't take you with them call at all. So the idea that because the SLPP says this census is defective, well, that's a their argument. But imagine if this same census was able to generate constituencies in the south and east. This argument is moot. For being hearing nothing from for that. Okay, so that's the real counter arguments to that. Okay, now let we go to Moriba Kone, probably a cousin of the ECSL commissioner. Huh? Are you? All right. I'm just kidding. All right. Mada knows that he is going to win the presidency, but his concern is parliamentary majority. PR system is the only way the SLPP is obviously going to get at least 35% in the parliamentary seats in western area and places like Falabam. APC will get at most three parliamentary seats in Bo district. You will be surprised to see SLPP get seats in Port Loko. No seat will be for APC in Kono. Interesting. Okay. Well, one thing where I want to agree with you, Mr. Moriba Konya, is the fact that yes, indeed, around 35%. This is based on data. If the sampling way we use is accurate, which I strongly get confidence is correct, around 35%. Yes, 35%. When I keep this percentage, if the PR system and I Indian get for use, that is correct. But three seats now south. What about the east? We know we're able to get seats there. Remember, it's a proportional representation. So no matter what, we get for get seats somewhere. It may not be many, but we get seats everywhere actually. Let's say, for example, in Kenema. Kenema, let's say the SLPP gets 90%, we still get 10 seats there, 10% there. So we still get a seat there. Let's say Bo, we get 30%, which probably is the highest place where they get at the north and at the south. We get 30% seats also. Maybe. I'm just this is not just a speculation, but we get seats. And not get for be many like the SLPP, but we get seats definitely. Yes, because the PPP and the APC always threaten the peace of Sierra Leone, and Dumbuya himself don't want risk anything. Or you're talking about the convoy of Mamadi Dumbuya. Okay, yeah, but at least you want tell me say Sierra Leone not able for protect um Dumbuya na Salon. We not get any army we capable of protecting any visiting president na Salon. That's what you are telling me. I don't know. Maybe the SLPP is incapable of protecting any dignitary. That's fine. If that is what you think, I go take him. All right, Suleiman, Ibrahim Suleiman. Maybe because of the recent riots in Freetown and some parts of the north. Yeah, true. But again, the question still remains: are we saying the APC, Wasim, are you saying the SLPP led government or we on Suja that are not able to protect um, a visiting dignitary? Remember, the security of any dignitary in any country is the responsibility of the host country, right? That's how it's supposed to be. Yes, indeed, the other security, close bodyguard from that dignitary, like the junta government, uh, get for Dede, but the total responsibility is supposed to be the host country. But if you want to tell me, say, Salon not capable of doing that, okay, I take that. So that's a reason why Mamadi is supposed to come with all in Sujaman and na free to the parade with weapons them across the country. To me, it's kind of unnecessary and disrespect for we on soldier them. But oh, who knows? All right, Peter Dowda said the term used to describe the outcome of the 2015 is gerrymandering. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. It's gerrymandering. Well, let's let's uh let's see the definition of gerrymandering. Gerrymandering. All right, let's see that. Let me bring it. Oh no, sorry. Gary Mandarin, right? That's how we call it, right? Gary Mandarin. Hold on, let me just show it here. All right, this is the definition. Gary Mandarin of constituencies. Let me make it a little bit bigger. It's manipulates the boundary of an electoral constituency so as to favor one party or class, achieve a result by manipulating the boundaries of an electoral constituency. See? So I agree with you, my brother. All right, so that's the definition of gerrymandering. We call it gerrymandering, but some people, the French call it gerrymandering. All right, yeah, I agree. So that's why I tell you, see, the census is not the defectiveness of the census is not based on the number, it's based on the outcome of that number, which is political. So I agree with you, Peter Dowda. This is why the SLPP are so angry about the 2015 census because it produced um, a prerequisite for make we gerrymander the the constituencies in the north. That's the entire thing. Oh. Because even when you look at the 2021 to 22, um, okay, I think it's time for me for make end up this because my time is almost finished here. But let me just do this quickly. The 2021 census, if you look at the data very carefully, yes, I know say a lot of about 40 to 45% of the people that did not count and did not participate. But when you look at that and try to compare that with the 2015 census, you're able to forget to close it. The 2015, even though not 100% perfect, but very close to perfection based on the comparison. Okay. But most times people are very good in manipulating stuff. Some of them are orators. They sabi for talk, they sabi for those things. Then we, if you're not smart enough, you will confuse and just go with the flow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank everybody. The reason why to make I do this early today, because I get to go attend a funeral today here, and the next 30 minutes I need to forgo. Um, so now the reason why I make this program early today. Other than that, I've been waiting normal time where I think they come the next 24 minutes. But I thank you very much for participate and continue for participate. Do you now for share this to your friends because I know say the reason why I keep coming over and over because we are able for number one enjoy the broadcast, number two we are also able for participate we give us some kind of an idea what thing they go on now the country because we have what we call a participatory democracy in this TPN, right? We want your own opinion directly, and you guys have been so phenomenal. So I thank you very much for this. They are for share this. Recommend that to other people, okay? Because it's really really good for make we do that. We recommend good channels then because we get a lot of channels there, but most of them are so trash. They benefit nothing other than political bickering. So you get a channel where at least do in level best for stay neutral and listening to every opinion. I think it's a channel worth watching, right? Well, that's all I have for today. I believe say I go see you back next time, the same time, the same place. Goodbye.